Ha guys, let's get more news about Warriors, but first don't forget to subscribe and leave your like. Warriors go cold, lose late to Raptors. Chris Bou's career began with the Golden State Warriors back during the team's 2017-18 title run. Bou began his NBA journey by signing a two-way contract. He spent the bulk of the year playing for the Santa Cruz Warriors, and his NBA debut, a 79-second stint against the Los Angeles Lakers in mid-March, was the only time he would step on the court for Golden State. He won a championship with the Warriors and 2 weeks later was waived. He caught on with the Toronto Raptors, where he played a larger role but still a small role on a team that beat the Warriors in the NBA Finals, giving him 2 titles in 2 years. Now he's a proven quality role player in the league, a lanky big who drains threes, gobbles up bounds and blocks shots. He's the only Raptor from the championship team who still plays for Toronto, and on Monday he paid homage to his former team by exacting revenge on them. The Warriors marched into frigid Toronto with visions of a solid win as they were welcoming back Steph Curry and Andrew Wiggins, though Draymond Green was ruled out due to illness and a minor back injury. But their shooting was as icy as the Canadian weather through the first half. Golden State shot just 7,424 on threes, 9,423 on twos and 1,146 on free throws. They did some good things on defense though and took care of the ball with just 5 turnovers, and because of that they trailed just 52-50 at halftime. Despite the dismal shooting, things looked to turn in the third quarter. They rattled off a run to begin the frame with a banked-in triple courtesy of Dennis Schroeder, giving them a lead and shifting the momentum. They hung on to that lead and entered the fourth quarter winning 78-75. Things were looking good for a Warriors team that entered the game 18-3 when leading after 3 quarters. They quickly pushed the lead to 9 points, further giving you confidence that they could get back in the wind column. And then Buhapine D jump started by the former Warrior. Toronto went on a blazing 14-4 run to take the lead just over halfway through the quarter. From the teams went back and forth again until an Okai-Baji layup gave Toronto a 102-101 lead with 133 left. That spelled doom for the Warriors. Buddy Hield missed on the other end, and while the Warriors got a stop, Wiggins missed on the next possession. Golden State's defense stayed tough, forcing another stop, but Curry forced to 3 with just under 50 seconds remaining, and the miss led to an easy transition bucket for the Raptors, setting the score at 104-101. The Warriors had time for a 2-for-1, but Wiggins missed a 3 on the front end. They worked another stop, got the ball back and called timeout with 3.8 seconds left. They dialed up a play from their own sideline, and Hield got a fairly decent look from straight away but airballed it, ending the game. Golden State lost 104-101, and for the first time all year has a losing record at 19-22. He led the Warriors with 26.7 rebounds and 7 assists, though he turned the ball over 4 times. Wiggins added 20 points, but amazingly has still not won an NBA game in his home country. Scotty Barnes paced the Raptors with 23 points, while Jacob Poole had a double-double with 13 points and 13 rebounds, but it was B.A. Copyright who was the star. He finished with 18 points on 749 shooting, with 17 of those 18 points coming in the fourth quarter. For one day at least, the Warriors have some serious regrets about letting him go. Draymond Green's harsh take on teams who trade major assets for win now moves the Golden State Warriors are 19-2 this season, looking like they're in danger of even being a playoff franchise. This would be their 2nd straight season outside the playoffs, a shocking outcome for a franchise that still has primed Stephen Curry on the roster. Multiple fans and experts have been pushing the Warriors to make a win now trade which mortgages their future for a shot at contention. Now Draymond Green made it clear to Yahoo Sports that the Warriors leadership is aligned on not making an aggressive bad move, because that's what bad organizations do. The beautiful part about being in the space that we're in is Steve Kerr, Steph Curry and myself all disagree with mortgaging off the future of this organization, saying that we're going for it right now. Bad teams do that, bad organizations do that. We're not neither one. So for us, if something is going to happen, it needs to be the right thing. We're not going to jump and make the wrong decision because because we panicked. That's how you set your organization back 5 to 7 years. Green also maintained the importance of having a perspective on long-term success and not overreacting to bad seasons by selling the team's future. We're still going to compete at the highest level, we're still going to do all we can to win, but I don't know a single person who's played in the NBA for a long time that won every year. So you don't auction off your future because you're not winning in a year or two. You have to continue to build, and for us that will always be the focus. It'll never be something's going wrong, make the dumbest move you can make. We're not that organization. When I'm done, when Steph is done, I want us to come back. When Steve's done, I want us to come back, sit on the court and talk so much as to everybody, because our organization, our team is that good. The Warriors are one of the best organizations in the NBA right now on the strength of the dynasty they built in the mid to late 2010s. They won their last title in 2022, but the overall story of the last 3 years has been rough. In fact, if they miss the playoffs this year, it would be their 4th missed playoffs in 6 years. At some point we need to admit that the Warriors' current state isn't a sign of a good organization. They traded away the only young star who actually emerged over this stretch in Jordan Poole, and are still waiting for Jonathan Kuminga and Moses Moody to take a leap. Green's comments do indicate the team won't be making aggressive moves mid-season. This sentiment explains why the team reportedly ruled itself out of the Jimmy Butler sweepstakes, and why they overvalued young stars like Brandon Podmski and Jonathan Kuminga in the summer. Warriors showing interest in versatile forward prior to trade deadline. According to Clutch Point's Brett Siegel, the Warriors see Pacers wing Aaron Nesmith as a talent who can service Golden State's lineup in a starting or bench role. Tipathlon Sports Jonah Kubak via Yardbarker. The Warriors, sources said, have shown interest in Nesmith and are monitoring the 25-year-old status with the Pacers leading up to the trade deadline. Siegel reported leading up to the trade deadline, Golden State is prioritizing secondary talents who can help build a bridge between head coach Steve Kerr's first and second units, given his team-friendly contract and his ability to be a catch-and-shoot threat on the wing. Nesmith is a player who can bring a lot to their table for Golden Statans. Smith is an all-inducing athlete. He complements his superior outside shooting with the head-hunting ability to attack the rim and finish with authority whether a defender is present or not. This season the Vanderbilt product is shooting a ridiculous 54.5% from three-point range over the last 2 campaigns. Nesmith has made 1.9 triples per contest on 42.3% shooting from deep at 6 to 625 pounds. The South Carolina native could gift the Warriors with what they need at present. Golden State has the chance to inherit a sizable forward that can not only spell for the injured Jonathan Kuminga throughout the rest of the month of January should the franchise act fast to acquire his services, but he could also take the next step in his career. Nesmith does not exhibit the most astounding ball handling and shot creating abilities, but that's not to say that he can't add new elements to his repertoire and ascend, especially while playing under a notable coach like Warriors head coach Steve Kerr. Kubak noted. Nesmith's $1 million annual salary in each of the next 3 seasons, including the current campaign, as a reason for the Dubs to go after the cost-effective wing. Golden State needs offensive punch, energy and defense. Nesmith can give them that in either aforementioned capacity. And you fan, what do you think of the situation of Aaron Nesmith? Leave your opinion in the comments.